Burlington Mayor Marianne Meed Ward joins us this morning for her weekly update on Burlington. Good to see you. It's been, I was on vacay and then you were on vacay, so I haven't seen you in a while.
I haven't. It's great to see you, and I'm glad I've got power back.
Yeah, I know. I was
the
just gonna.
lights on again.
Yeah, there were some blackouts in Burlington, and
There were.
yeah, is the power back all over?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes. It was pretty wild yesterday.
Well, yeah, and of course it brought back some nasty memories of 7 years ago with the Burlington flooding. That was about 125 millimeters of rain in 2014, and it cost somewhere upwards of $90 million in claims. So a lot has been done to mitigate flooding since then, of course.
We have a $20 million plan. We're actually upgrading our creeks and culverts. They are natural stormwater management for us and always have been. So we've made sure they're deep and the shorelines are stabilized, that they're cleared out so that they can do their work for us. So that work has been ongoing since 2014.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yes. Now, vaccine certificates. Is Burlington ready? Burlington business. What's the reaction? What kind of feedback are you getting?
The businesses have been asking for this. They've been asking through their chamber, the Canadian and Ontario chamber. They've been asking me personally. I've received many, communications from businesses saying there needs to be one consistent policy, because without one policy, which we of course now have from the province, any individual business that wanted to implement a vaccine policy for staff or the public was a target. And it really needed to be, if it is a health issue, which of course it is, that needs to be a consistent standard for everyone, really across the country, but certainly in the province. So they've welcomed this, and I think my message to everyone, whether you agree with that policy or not, don't take it out on the business people. Don't take it out on the server who's greeting you at the door, who's probably a student trying to make some money to get through school. They didn't make the policy, we did. So, or the province did in some cases, or the federal government did. So if you have something to say about it and you're concerned about it and want to protest, take it to City Hall, take it to Queen's Park, or take it to Parliament Hill. Don't beat up on individual businesses. Please be kind.
Well, let's talk about the anti-vax protesters, because, wow, it has ratcheted up. And we're seeing, and of course, the disturbing images from the campaign trail, but you're not immune to it either. And actually, there was an incident at your own home.
A protest did come to my house. It was the first time ever that has happened. And again, there's no call for that at any elected official's house or any community leader's private home. The decisions that are made by elected representatives, and the place to protest those decisions is at our place of work, which is City Hall in my case, or Queen's Park if you're concerned about provincial policy decisions, or at Parliament Hill. And I will add that it is also completely inappropriate to do this outside of hospitals. Doctors and nurses are taking care of our sick friends and family, people that we love. They are caring for patients with any number of conditions, which is why they're in the hospital, and they don't make policy. So if you have concerns about any policy or want to protest, please leave our frontline healthcare workers alone. They are working so hard. They are going above and beyond, putting themselves at risk, and have done throughout this pandemic. So you're welcome to talk to me. I'm real easy to find. At City Hall or online, share your concerns with me or any other decision maker, and take your protests to where the decisions are actually made.
Yeah. Any thoughts on how we change the temperature here?
Well, we need to appeal to people's goodwill. And, I and many others agree that there is a place for protest. This is what democracy is all about. We welcome a diverse sharing of perspectives and views, but that has to be respectful, and there's time and place. And so I encourage protesters, yes, continue to say what you need to say. Do it in a respectful way, please. Some of what I have heard shouted at our doctors and nurses has been unconscionable. So please focus on the issue of greatest concern to you. Don't make it about people, and take your protest where it belongs, which is at the seat of government. And hopefully there will be enough people in those movements that see that is the right way to protest, and it will also, people are running out of patience. Whatever whatever message you might have wanted to deliver is not going to be delivered to people if you're shouting at healthcare workers. So it's not effective at the end of the day. So bring your protests to the people that can make a change to policy, if it is a policy-related issue.
Yeah, well put. That's our time. We've got a Burlington forecast coming up, which is drier, thankfully. And just before we go, I want to do a shout out. I promised a shout out to Robin at Ireland House Museum while I was off. My oldest daughter, Chelsea, got married there. We have a family connection at the museum. And they do an amazing job there. And they can't wait to be fully opened up after this pandemic. But shout out to Robin at Ireland House Museum.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And good to see you. We'll see you again next week. Burlington Mayor Marianne Meed Ward.